You need to stop thinking. I think way too much. And it's not until pretty recently that I've come to that realization. Well, I've come to that realization, I think, a long time ago. I think what happened was I came to accept that thinking was ruining my experiences and my perceptions of things, because that was the priority, was how many things can we think about, what situations can we assume are going to happen out of this, what's the worst possible outcome, what's the best possible outcome, why won't we get the best all the things, when we really actually don't have any fucking idea. And you're not able to be present when you're thinking. I know you think you're really there, and you think that, you know, you're actively listening while also, you know, being in your head. You're not. You're not. So, let me ask, how do you assume your experiences to go when, while you're experiencing them, you're not really experiencing them? Because as much as you think you're there and you're conscious, you're not. It's like being half in a room, half outside a room. Sure, you're half in the room, but you're not in the room. You can't tell me everything that's in the room. You can't tell me everything that's going on. There's still half the room that you can't even see. There's shit that you won't be able to just experience. You can't experience the room unless you're fully in it. Just like you can't experience reality, presence, everything rawly, without judgment if you're not there. So being in your head, you're not there. And it definitely, sure, it's a safety thing, it's an anxiety thing, it's a, you know, spatial awareness thing, blah, 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 blah. You're there, you're aware. Nothing's gonna happen to you that you're not gonna foresee, that you're not gonna have warnings about. And that's something that will have to be accepted as well on the journey. We use so much extra worrying and assuming that this is going to happen and this bad thing's going to happen and I'm not going to foresee it and I'm not going to know. And all we do is ruin things. Like, why does everything have to be bad? Why does everything have to have a bad outcome? Even if it does, you're not going to stop it from happening by thinking about it. If anything, you're probably going to bring something bad closer to happening. And just like positively, you're not able to hear everything, see everything that's going on around you, enjoy it. You might actually miss out on something negative happening, but you're not conscious enough to realize that it happened. So you're there thinking about a bad outcome, and a bad outcome is about to happen, but you're not even fucking in the room. So you're not gonna know until you get slapped in the face. So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that as a thought in my head, amongst all the rest, is how thinking you quite literally and quite often is detrimental. And you're not able to not... One of the hardest things I think people find is they want to let go of judgment, but it's actually really hard to do. And something that I've come to realize for me in my personal journey, you can't release judgment if you're not present. If you're not present, your brain is half somewhere else, half in the room. You're in sort of a state of survival mode. You're not conscious enough to realize that that person yelling at you has nothing to do with you and doesn't need to influence your feelings. You're half stuck in your thoughts, so someone screaming at you makes you scream back, and then you feel shitty for the rest of the day because you're like, I don't even know what happened there, but I just don't like it. I don't like the interaction. I don't like what happened. Was I mad? Were they mad? Like, even if you did yell, why are you thinking about it for so much longer now after the fact about how you did this and made a wrong decision? Stop. Stop thinking. Stop judging, assuming, placing all this extra weight on these things that literally are just things. happening as nature happens and things happen all the time. You determine the significance of things. Sit there with that. You determine the significance of things and how they affect you. You choose that. What you allow is your choice. What you allow yourself to do to yourself, yourself to do to the world, and yourself to do to others, just as what you allow others to do to you, say about you, the foods you eat, is all something that you allow. And that's just a truthful statement. There's no weight. If you feel attacked in your core somewhere, you should figure out what that is and why. Stop thinking. It's not giving you any benefit.